Welcome back, folks. My name is Daniel Gibson, and I'm here for another review. This time we're going back a little ways for a viewer-requested movie review, which is Left Behind, the 2014 movie starring Nicolas Cage, Chad Michael Murray, Lea and Cassie Thompson. This movie follows a family. Nicolas Cage is the father, and Lea and Cassie Thompson are his wife and daughter. And they are torn at the time of this movie. Nicolas Cage and his daughter are unbelievers, and his wife has just gotten saved, and she's actually pretty on fire for the Lord. And as we all know, that can be pretty opposing to people. So we see this clashing of heads between these two as his wife tries to become more like Christ and to show her husband and her daughter that this is the way, and they hold and they resist. And we see this really abruptly in the beginning. In fact, I would almost say this movie kind of makes Christians look bad. And I don't mean this in necessarily a bad way, if that makes any sense, but you know, we see a Christian in the first part of the movie, and she's kind of an opposing figure. She comes in and she bombards Chad Michael Murray's character, and it's just kind of, you feel awkward for the situation. And so I kind of found myself at first thinking, what's going on here, you know? But as the movie progresses, we see this just total opposition as Nicolas Cage's character and his daughter are just so opposed to what's happening, and so is the main character, Chad Michael Murray's character. Buck Williams is his name, and we see this opposition throughout the whole movie. And then we see when the switch flips, and that's when, you know, ultimately, as we know, the book says it. I mean, that God comes back, He gets His people, and all of a sudden, people just disappear and vanish. You know, you see the characters interact with each other, and as they try to reason through what's happening here. And as Christians, we can look and say, okay, we know what happened. And you know, anybody who reads the synopsis of this movie can tell. But you really see these people try to grasp what's actually happening. You know, people who are in total unbelief about what God is and the fact that He could be true. And we see this panic ensue. And it's really an interesting thing there. And that's probably one of my favorite parts of the movie, is just to see the way these people cope with when this happens, you know. And you see as Nicolas Cage's daughter returns home, and she's trying to find her mother and brother, and you know that she just can't, and she's panicking, freaking out, trying to figure out what happened. And then you see this slow moment of realization when it becomes more and more and more true, and you see that as these people just figure out what's happening, and people, you know, there's this guy who's talking about it, this was aliens and the government, and other people are like, are you kidding me? And then one guy's like, I know what happened, this was God. And you see the people first shut it off and then realize that there actually might be something there. So it's a really interesting character study, I guess, in that way. We see as people kind of grasp what's happening here. But on another note, acting-wise, I have to say it really wasn't there for this movie. I kind of felt like Nicolas Cage, the big star in this movie, kind of took a break off. He really wasn't there. I mean, I didn't really feel his emotion for most of the movie. But with that said, Chad Michael Murray, I think, was very well acted in this movie. I think he did a good job. All in all, I think it's a pretty decent movie. Obviously, there's nothing overly bad as far as a parental guide goes. I mean, there's kissing. Nicolas Cage is engaged in a intimate affair with this online stewardess, with a stewardess, and we kind of see that throughout the movie. But really, what we see is the fear and panic that would ensue if this actually happened. So if you're looking for a good movie to go to with your family that can really provoke thought and make you think about the fact that God is coming back one day, and that one day we will answer for what we've done, and that you know, this is a reality, I think it's a good movie. My warnings to you would be that it's not exactly a showstopper. It's not a blockbuster movie. It's a low-budget movie that's got a star who, you know, is kind of doing everything he can right now. And so I wasn't overly pulled into the story. It felt a little long at times. I've never read the books, but I have seen the first movie, and I know that they kind of changed from that a little bit. Now, not horribly, but there's just some differences. So it's kind of wherever you want to be. I feel like it's worth a see. As far as Christian media goes, I'm very passionate about it. I really feel like we should support it. If it's not good this time, by supporting it, hopefully bigger and better things can happen later. So I would definitely encourage you to watch this movie. I would give it about a 5 out of 10 on the scale, just because I really feel like while some truths were there, they really could have focused more on God and really shown you that, you know, that he was behind this. Not really that, I mean, this was completely told from the eyes of an unbeliever. So you definitely see that. But with that being said, I really feel like the acting and everything wasn't there. Story was okay, and altogether I'd say it's worth the see, but I'd wait to watch it on DVD. Thanks guys. We'll be bringing you reviews next week and further on, and I will be doing my video on Cell Phone Roundup, what is the best buy and cell phones 101s. So without further ado, I'll see y'all next video. See ya. Bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be having more videos coming out all the time, so if you want to be the first to know and always be on top when videos are coming out, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it to your friends. You know, the best way for this to take off is that people like you take the time to share this video and to just let other people see it. So without further ado, I'll see you next video. Thanks. Bye.